Hey guys, it's Ross Scott on the Space Coach. Today we're going to have a look at this. Civil Airlines, so I've got, as you can see, for £4 from the boot sale last year. This is an Air France Concorde, BOAC VC10, Aeroflot Illusion Il-62, and I think that's a BEA Vickers Vanguard. I'm not certain on that one though. So 1967 this is. Civil Airliners since 1946. It was an old library book. So, what do we have? A Curtiss C-46. Now, the view on this side is the top of the plane, and this side is the underneath of the plane. And this is obviously is the side view. And that's the format that they all take. So then we have an Illusion Il-14 and a DC-3. Classic. Some of these are still flying. I think some of these are still flying as well. Then we have a Vickers Viking and a Scandia. This is the Vickers, and that is the Scandia, because obviously that's in SAS colours. The old SAS colours with the Viking head, or the Viking ship rather. Then we have a Martin 202 and a Convair 240. This is the Martin, this is the Convair. The old Ethiopian airline colours, which were very attractive. Then we have a Convair 340, 440 and a Convair 540. This is a 540. That is, I don't know if it's the 3 or the 440, but again, that's in SAS colours. What is this one? Allegheny Airlines. Then we have the NAMC YS11 and the BAE, or whoever it was, Hawker City 748. That's the YS11, famous Japanese airliner. And that is a 748. I think that's the one they called the Budgie. I'm not certain. Then we have an Antonov 24 and the, who was it? Who made the Friendship? Fairchild. And that was a license, I think, built of the Fokker 50. Or Fokker Friendship, I think it was called back then. And there is the other one, the Antonov. And we have the Handley Page Herald and the Nord 262. This is the Herald, that's the Nord. I love these illustrations, they're beautiful. Then we have the Airspeed Ambassador and the Convair Catalina. Obviously that was a flying boat, a small one. And there's the other one there, the Ambassador. Is that Danair colours? I'm not certain. It might be Danair or BEA. Then we have the Junkers 52 and the de Havilland Herald. There's the Junkers. There's a handful of them still flying. There's the Herald. Then the Avro Lancastrian and the Handley Page Halton. I think both of these were from converted bombers. That's the Lancastrian, and that's the other one. The Avro Tudor and the Handley Page Hermes. There's the Hermes. There's the Tudor. And we have the Bristol Brabazon. Great big lumbering beast that was. By the time it started flying, the Comet was already flying. So it was a failure, unfortunately. Shame that they scrapped it. It would have been nice to have kept on display. Part of it still is, I think, like the cockpit section, the nose. Then we have a Boeing Stratocruiser and a Douglas DC-4. The classic Pan Am scheme there. And there's the Douglas. I'm not sure. Is that maybe Ghana Airways? No, it's not. Then we have the DC-6 and the DC-7. This is the 6 and this is the 7. Then we have the Savoia Marchetti SM95 and the Sud-Est Languedoc. That's the Languedoc. That's the Italian one. The Handley Page Marathon and the Avro York. That's the Marathon, that's the York. That's interesting, I haven't seen that little configuration. that diagram on any others because it's got a triple tail fin. Then we have the Lockheed Constellation, the Super Constellation, such elegant planes. I love the curved dolphin-like fuselage on those, so beautiful. One's TWA, I'm not sure what the other one was. Then the Vickers Viscount and the Viscount 800. So that's the 800 being the stretched one. Is that BEA? I'm not sure. No, it's not. NAC. Then we have the Breakaway Provence and the Aviation Traders Carver. That's the Provence, quite a fat plane. That's the Carver. That was a conversion, I think, a DC-6 to carry cargo and cars. The forerunner of the 747 with that bulge at the front. Then we have the Bristol Britannia and the CL-44, which there was the cargo version of the Britannia. So that's British Eagle, I think, there. Then we have the Lockheed Electra and the Vickers Vanguard. There's the Electra, there's the Vanguard. Very nice. Who is this? The Portes 841 and the Illusion Il-18. This is a French plane, the Portes, and there's the Illusion. I assume that's some variant of Aeroflot colours. I'm not. No, Malev. Then the Antonov An-10 and the Antonov An-12. This is the 10. This is the 12. Then they have the Hawker Siddeley Argosy and the Antonov An-22. This is the Argosy, sorry, and that is the Antonov. Probably still some of them flying. Then the Tupolev Tu-114 and the Short Solent. That's the Tupolev. That was as fast as a jet airliner, even though it's a propeller plane. And there's the other one, a little small flying boat. Then the Saunders Row Princess. By the time it came out, it was already obsolete, unfortunately. It's beautiful, though. Would have loved to have flown in one of those old flying boats. Then the Tupolev 104 and the 124. The 124 is the one in the Czech Airlines scheme, and there is the 104. Then the Caravelle and the Super Caravelle. Finnair and Alitalia. Then the BSC 111 and the Douglas DC-9. Nice Air Canada colours, and the Braniff International colours, very bright orange. Obviously the 747s were that colour as well. Then the Fokker Fellowship and the Tupolev 134. There's Fellowship and there's the Tupolev 134. That looks like LOT Polish Airlines. And the other one, I'm not sure, can't make out the airline on that. Might just be the Fokker in-house scheme. Then the Boeing 737 and the Yak 40. United, so that might be a 100, I'm not sure. And there's the Yak, the Codling, as it was known. Obviously 737s are still flying now. Then the 727 and the Hawker Siddeley Trident in Iraqi Airways scheme. There it is in the old Lufthansa colours. The Comet 1 and 2 it says, although there's only one picture of it. And the Comet 4. There is the Comet 4, the stretched one. And I actually have my Comet 1 here. That one was GLZK. I don't know what, well, obviously it was scrapped, but I don't know what the fate of that one was, if it was one of the ones that crashed or not. Then we had the Concorde and the Tupolev 144. That is the Tupolev. That is the Concorde. That's in the old alternate round that way, so you can see the old Air France colours. I think it was only one of the prototypes flew in that scheme. The modern scheme, the white with the trickle on the tail. I think all their Concordes were in service in that scheme rather than the other one. Then the Boeing 707 and the 720. Qantas, which so that's a 120. And there's the 720, and that's Pakistan International. Then we have the 707 Intercontinental and the 747. That's Indian, of course, classic Pan Am colours. Then the Convert 880 and 990. Swiss Air. Who was that? Oh, was that Eastern, maybe? I'm not sure who that is, actually. CAT. Then the DC-8 and the DC-8 Super 60. There are so many variants of the DC-8. Scandinavian Airlines there. I'm not sure who that one is. I can't make out. Then the Aleutian IL-62 and the Vickers Super VC-10. There's the Aleutian in the Aeroflot colours. There's the VC-10 and the BOAC colours. And then it is the Tupolev 154 there, and I think that's the last of them. The rest is just all text. Yes, all text, no other illustrations. So yes, for £4, I was happy to pick up all those classic airliners and those lovely illustrations. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment suggestion for a topic you'd like to see discussed, or like the video.